Hello everyone, I'm Puppy 001 aka The Senate, and we are back with City Stitching 1.6 in Cape Solaria. Why 1.6? Well, in 1.5, when we were looking at the transit system, we had discovered that a few of the transit lines were pretty much bursting at the seams. In this case, 2 bus lines where they were showing very high usage figures. At the same time, one of the tram lines was also up there as well. So if we look at the 2 in question, see if I can dig them back up. So if we go Huddle, go to tram lines. We had the Manukau Tram Line. We'll go to show vehicles. Although it said we're now at 5:47 in the morning, so it could be a little bit different. I see. That was well over 1,000, but already at 312 or 5:40 in the morning, it's picking up. Meanwhile, over on the 2 bus lines. So if we go to Downtown versus Sheffield Square, we were running well over 100% of the stops. It's already running very busy still early in the morning. Rush hour's about to head off. And the other one was Newmarket to City Centre. Where that was also going over 100% as well. So what we need to do is we're going to do, in 1.6 we're going to build 2 tram lines to replace the buses, and we're going to step up, change our configuration for the tram line. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot over to Manukau. So the one that is causing problems from way is this tram runs from, let's go pick it up, from in here, from Manukau itself over to the train station and back again. So the tram's already running. We've just got to, and I think they're the default 4 car segments, and we've thrown everything at it. So this case we are going to, because it's early in the morning, I can get away with it. Step it up to the 5 car segments, because one of these trams at the moment, I believe, only holds 320, and I think the 5 liner, I can find it, shoot over. It's 400, so we're getting 80 more per unit, which could be the difference between make and break. So the 2 bus lines in question is Sheffield Square, which is actually going to be in 2.0 when we stitch this up, and we also send this landfill packing. So that runs from here through to down here, across here and into downtown. Now we've got to be cautious that because there's already a tram service in there, that we don't start overloading the road nor line. As you can see, there's already tram services in there, so we've got to just be careful that we're not going to jam them up. That's all. So it'll be interesting to see how we run that one across, basically. The other one is the city centre to down Newmarket, so that's in here, and that goes all the way to here and back again. Now this one we have to be careful of is the tramway technically can't cross this highway, so we're going to have to look at how to bring the tram line around and avoid that pickle entirely. And one way of doing it could be technically bringing it through here, reserving this to serve out here. So running it across and running down, and basically have it loop around. The other way is we start playing around with a loop service that comes through here and over, but I think I might reserve that for something else, given the tram line stops there. So let's work on Sheffield Square first and see what we can do about that. The other way of doing it is, let me just check it's basically bringing in another bus service for the moment down this side through here, although that's going to potentially get stuck with the trams, but also just loop it back through here and out again. In fact, given that would widen the network a bit and also feed into here, that might be the more logical step for the moment. I just got to see what's here. So at the moment that's parking. I think another bus we'll go with another bus service first, actually. So we just deal with parking. Okay, and we will the save cars could do it, or we just run basically I think this one's going to be the more viable option set. Hear that. Just it still allows for pedestrian pathing. All I need to do is that's because I'm next to the intelligence here. All I need to do is with this one could be one way to do it. It's actually transit walling that out, but I won't, because I don't think the best way to check that is... Oh, okay. So now the cars are actually going to struggle to turn around because... Oh, lane connector. Okay, so they are allowed to U-turn off. That's perfectly fine with what I would have done ideally. Put in a very small roundabout. Oh, that's my demand. We'll see how they cope, but I don't think they're going to cause much of a problem. Yeah, so that's going to probably be the better option for now. Until I finish developing Sheffield Square, and then we just develop it out. Plus, it just extends bus services. So, what we will do is now work out the bus stop placements. Okay, so let's work this out. Where are we going to stick the bus stops? We're on European. Yes. Get back. And that's opposite setting a car park, so that's not going to work. in of it itself. So the first bus stop's technically, and they're going to love me for this, not that I care. Because they actually rather have the transit, so one there. And one there. Now we could... Oh, that's going to be... Yeah, actually we will feed it through there. Because that just opens up that aspect. When Solarian Shores is done, when we connect up to Solarian Shores, that's going to come down likely through here anyway. So that's there, and then that will feed on into... Oh, that's going to feed on into there anyway. So it's going to catch up to the tram line. So what we've got to be careful is, as I said, we don't end up backing up the tram line. If it is going to be a case of it threatens to get too busy, then we can again shift it down here. So let's get the route set up. We'll take it from there. Yeah. We'll do it there to beef that up and reinforce it. Back out we go. Don't need to feed into there. Okay, so that's that one done. Probably be correcting the spelling of this. Okay, so that's that operational. This goes in alphabetical order. 8 should be enough. Drop the fares. And away we go. So that should solve that one for now until I need to look at doing tram lines again. If anything, we're going to probably have to reformat the downtown, given that it is severed a little bit. Format this all up anyway, given the narrowness of the corridor. For example, we had to say it could be widening this up just to get the tram lines away from the road line. But that's something to do for another day. Although I could do, depending which way, if either side just becomes a 2+1, then that's the side that's going to be the problem rather than going up. In fact, if I had half a cent, I would actually do that. Now, and then what we also do, whoops, set the European. Just make it transit only. Split phase incidents done, and then you can just let that simply rip. So that is that first one that we needed to do. The next one is up at the city centre, so I am going to bring it around, and we will feed it up through here. So I could also keep that bus circuit still running, because they for redundancy services. So we are going to run up. And do this. So let's just tram line, European. Preserves the parking, although if I wanted to, I can it won't do it fully depending on where I do the tram lines. Now, don't anticipate buses through here. No, you're not going to allow me to do it. Curious. Alright, that means we're just running up. That's okay. Oops, I'm going to take out the... this is how you speed up. I have to take that out to allow... tramway in. So now we run it across. Oh, okay. Anarchy this, are we? Or is it? In fact, again, it's picking up. I could always keep that as lights control. We'll soon see. Not my preference. Oh, okay. Well, that's fascinating to know. Huh. And what did that? Let's... Okay, that's the roundabout causing it, so the roundabout has to go bye-bye. Not that I'm getting fussed. Hey, 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 slow down, slow down. Now, which way is back to downtown? I think we're still going. If push comes to shove, I can widen this up to 6 lanes and cause absolute mayhem. But given rail is... Okay, that's going to be a case of... Oh, because there's a bridge sitting in there. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. I thought that was going to happen. That was anarchy on. here, here, here. Another day in the planning department, and oh, this is the way the bridge is designed. So what we do is do this first. Welcome to engineering, where we have to realign stuff. Okay, so that's not too painful. So that's just a case of just having to move a road over and keep going. Oh, okay, that's visually awful. There we go. Now, I am going to wonder if it is going to let me ironically it is. Although visually it doesn't match, pedestrian wise it does, so you can get up and above, right. So what do we got here? High school and a welfare. It's a big welfare office. Fascinating. Anyway. What we'll do is keep going. Upgrades back on. I think there's a bus. The bus is already here as well. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a case of, yeah. Okay, that bus is already servicing in there. Oh, that he services out. So it's a case of, because that the way that is. And this is a 6-laner by default. I'm just wondering if I run it all the way down, although there's nothing there but the tramway itself. So, no point. Oh, the university backs onto it, you can walk. It shows you my sympathy in that division. Okay, that means the bus lane technically disappears. So I just need to get rid of the bus lanes now. Although they technically stay for... No, they don't. They actually come right out. Alright, so that's all linked up now. I just need to get the tramway linked to it. So the best way to do that is just doesn't. Okay, which means that just now leaves the tram stops, which is always really fun to do. Not. I've also just got to make sure they don't clash with any bus stops as well. So 2 there. Across the road we go. And there are bus stops here, so we're just got to be careful where we place the next set. Okay, not every... sometimes you... One there. And one there. Let them run free of that and... One there. One there. Now we can let them speed run this. And then drop one there. And there. Yeah, so a bit short here, but given what it's going to be moving, that would be probably prudent. None there, but one there, but one there. Now, one there, and now this is where it's gonna do its loop, so it's coming down this way. So we it's the city centre, so it's still one there. One there. Finally, where's the other one? One there, and that should allow the loop out. Right. Let's go for an absolute custard yellow and go... and start laying this puppy out. So the next thing we do is then let the simulator rip to make sure I've got it right, or have I mucked up. Body's perfect, and even I make errors. Yes. Height of those buildings. Now you can do tram lines point to point in City Skylines 2. Unlike City Skylines 1 where you had to loop it, I still like doing the loop because it's just efficient to dog bone them at each end just to move them through quickly. Uh-oh. Oh no, is that being bumped on both sides? Okay, so we skip that one for the moment. And we come back to it. And then I'll just add the stop in post-fact. Should have no stops there because of the bus. That one there I put on the wrong side, so I just need to shift it over once I've completed this loop and then just add the stop. Ooh. Ooh, there you go with the pedestrians. That's always going to be fun. Keep going. Delete. That was a wayfinding point, which I didn't need to do. Not for this anyway. Oh, okay. So what's happened is I've done it twice. I've put the stops on the wrong side. What I'm going to do is shift that over. See, the good thing is it picks up on this quite quickly. Drop it, fish this one up. Shoot back to the line. Done. So that is the loop. That is that line done, and we will give it a name. As well as 2 segments is not going to be enough for that. Let's run it with 5 right off. $2. Take it to 8, and that is the Newmarket. Like that. Now, before we let rip with the simulator, I just want to do something about that. Look at them all go. I really want parking down there, so actually no. Let's go. Just do that. Last thing we do is make sure our one. If that gets too bad, I'll put it to split. And like that, we are ready to go, and it still preserves the bus line down here, so that's always going to be the case. Okay, so that's the first part, getting those 3 that I wanted done. Now we're going to bring it back into day-night mode, and that'll be interesting. I just want to know where these trams are actually going to actually come from. That would be my next big question. Trans City Depot would be the first place I suspect, but that mightn't always be. High school's maxed out. I think we've already got. Just before we do that rip, do we have another? No, this is always. Looks good. I just am checking on a... It's only going to bide me time. Yeah, we do have another high school in play, so I don't need it because it technically takes that out. And I don't really... well, I suppose I could actually. Yeah, I can hear you all screaming now. But it does allow me to, very quickly, allow up a connection in 2 separate places to allow 4 more when we get to it. These puppies. Where is it? So that means I can do this. Go down. Pick up some commercial. Is that commercial? It's office. Could actually, if I wanted to. No, we'll leave it. Oh. And then I'll backfill those. I'll backfill those later on. Alright. As I said, let's always find an opportunity. Let's let rip and see how we go. This is either going to work or it just doesn't. As I said, it'll be interesting to see where it starts from. Okay, and we're going to start from the Newmarket depot. Nope. So we're going to actually start from the city centre depot. It's a case of find your trams. Not a... Yep, here we go. Here comes the first set. That's part of interesting. Did I just set that tram route? No, he's going to do that. Okay, so we'll let him go. part 1.6 in City Stitching with Cape Celeria. We will be back with City Stitching 1.7 where we do walkthroughs of various aspects of our city to see what it looks like from the human point of view. In the meantime, I am Captain 001 here at the Senate. Plan safe, build safe, transit safe.